That's right. I'm a degenerate. I went to Walgreens. I was getting some vitamins and some other stuff. And I saw these and was like, hey, you know what? I do a content channel, so what the hell? Let's roll the dice. We've got football and baseball collector's edge. And then I just got this because I know these are probably going to stink. And at least that way I know these are decent because it's top series 2 and it's a hanger. So I'm sure it'll be all right. I've opened these before. I know there's always some weird stuff in there. There's going to be some Sage in here for sure. Probably Sage packs. Maybe just basic tops in here. Maybe even sometimes they'll put the old prisms in there because they don't have the licensing, so nobody should be buying those. The football is 1 in 4 chances of containing a hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the baseball one. Then I'm going to go to the football, and then I'll end with the top series 2 because at least we know what that is and what it presents. So I guess I didn't need the knife for this. Don't know why I'm grabbed it. Baseball collector box. It says, look for randomly inserted cards, packs, parallels, autographs, and more. So it's really just, it's a free-for-all in here. You don't know what you're going to get. And there's, I'm trying to see inside the box. They've done a weird thing here at the top. There's a little bit of glue sticky on there. Don't care for that. All right, let's see. We got a pack. This looks like an old pack. It is. Big baseball cards. Wow, that is old. That is an old pack, and it's bent, curved. That's interesting. And then now the rest of this is just loose cards, which is a little interesting. I've not seen that before when I get these. Usually there's some sort of wrap up on them or something, but this one is, hey, you get what you pay for here. I don't even remember how much this was. It wasn't expensive. That's why I decided to pick them up. All right, let's see what we got. We got Royce Lewis. Wow, we got an Adley Rutschman rookie card. That's all right. Hey, we got an All-Star Game Mitch Keller. It's got the stamp there on it for the ASG. I've not seen that before, so I'll have to look that up. Actually, wait. This one has it as well, William Contreras. So I've not seen that ASG stamp on those cards before. I have to look that up. Tommy Edman. Brendan Rodgers. We got a Joey Gallo. That's a pretty cool card. John Lieber. Oh, we're going to be all over the place with these. These are wacky. Johan Santana. Gabe Kapler. Woo, mama. These are interesting. Storm Davis. Chris Hammond. Dave Anderson. Bob Scanlon. Don Hood. Ooh, 83 Donruss. These are in good shape. Al Bumbry. Brian Downing. Mark Clear. Darryl Porter. I believe he was an MVP at one point. Or maybe it was just the World Series. But Mike Griffin, another old card. And in good shape. These cards are in good shape for being old. 85. There's an 85 tops. Joaquin, Mike Balecki. I had a lot of these cards back in the day, but they didn't necessarily stand the test of time. These are in pretty good shape for just being randomly inserted into a box. BJ Surhoff right there on the old Bowman. This is what Bowman used to look like back in the day. It was a cheap option for card collectors to get into. All right, let's get some weird. Man, I see another old one coming up here. This is just so wackily put together. We got a Chuck Carr there on the Flair. I like the Flair cards. Those are pretty cool. Very thick. Bruce Ruffin, Bill Bonham. That one's a little dinged on the corner for sure. Jerry Roos. I believe this is a 79 tops. Yeah, that's the year I was born right there. That card's in good shape. And I think the Pirates won the World Series that year. Dyer Miller. That's a 78 tops. My God. Going deep. Andrew Bailey. Kevin Brown. We got a Tony Scott. Bucky Dent. Wow. All right. Another old one. Jose Nunez. Bert Roberge. I may need that. I don't know. Maybe not. I probably have it. I'm trying to collect all Expos cards. I grew up an Expos fan. Went to Expos games all the time. Another BJ Surhoff. And Kyle Blank. I got to tell you, that was a wild ride. And we haven't even opened the pack yet. That's pretty interesting. Now, if you like that mix there, but you only like one team, that's the kind of packs I sell team packs of. Although I usually will have, a variant of something in there or a mix of modern and old. but it's all your favorite team guys. And then I try not to double ups. Like, I'm not going to give you 2 BJ Surhoffs in a pack usually. You're not just going to get a bunch of Eddie Talbotsi. I try to mix up the players and the types of cards so that you don't get multiple runs of everything. That's how I do it on Court Cousins on eBay. That's our store. These are big baseball cards. I don't remember, was it 1989 it says on the side? I remember getting these. Now, this one's been ruined by sitting on the outside, but that's a pretty sweet Julio Franco. He had one of the most imitated batting stances of his time. These cards are pretty cool. They made a recent run of these in a regular size as an insert. Yeah, these are kind of fun. These are fun cards for kids. You got the cartoons on the back with all the facts and stuff like that. Pretty fun. Gary Carter. Rather see him in the Expos, but you know what? It's a fun card. Andy Allison. Of course, these cards are not in the greatest shape. Stan Javier. Ken Phelps. That mustache. Odeby McDowell. Woo, man. That's what you say to someone. If you're McDowell and you want to describe how good it is to be McDowell, you say, oh, to be McDowell. Anyway, Kevin Seitzer right there. Yeah, you shouldn't have laughed at that. If you did, there's like a really 100% chance you have a child. I make dad jokes despite not having my own kid. All right, let's move on to the football collector's edge. That was a wild ride. I think maybe I paid $6, $7 or something like that for that box. That's about what I would expect in there. I like the trip down memory lane, especially with that old pack of cards. I didn't see that coming. All right, here's the football. I've already warned you that there's going to be Sage in here, and there it is. Sage. Series football. The only reason I have any Sage in my collection is because of these boxes, which I have gotten before. Maybe not this exact design box, but I have gotten these before. Because I'm at Walgreens, I'm getting something, and then I just kind of see them there, and I'm like, all right, it's pretty cheap. Why not? Part of the reason the football one is cheap is because of all the Sage that it puts in it. And I can see there's more Sage in here already. So we got a Rodney Hampton right there. Hey, there's a Joe Milton in red. Sage. I don't know if anybody is really big on collecting these. I do have some Sage, but, well, we're about to have a whole bunch more. Let's see what we got. Will Shepard. Will Levis. Okay, I've heard of him. A lot of times you haven't heard of the players. Joey Porter Jr. That's a good one. Jamie Robinson. Brian Branch. Trenton Simpson. Ryan Greenhagen. Brian Breesy. Emmanuel Forbes. Ryan Greenhagen. DJ Turner. Breesy again. Jalen Jones. Not a big set. Christian Gonzalez. Luke Schoonmaker. There's another guy. I got a couple guys there you heard of. All right, let's put that Sage away. I hope that's the end of the Sage until we open the pack. But let's... Jim Everett. Woo, don't call him Chris. He'll get mad. You won't like him when he gets mad. Philadelphia Eagles. That's kind of a fun. And then Jets on the other side. You got Naheem Hines. Chris Sims. Trent Dilfer. Oh, boy. That's fun. Cornelius Bennett. I think I already have that, but we'll have to check. See if that goes in the PC. Tim Spencer. Todd Heap. J.R. Redmond. Glenn Dorsey. Kevin Smith. We got Deion Branch season ticket. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, we got an auto right there. Look at that. Didn't see that coming. It's Rashad Torrance, a safety. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen an auto in these. And the sad part is that probably constitutes the hit. The 1 in 4 contain a hit is probably what they're trying to say here. And it's Pro Set. It's Leaf. I'm unfamiliar with this man. I can't even see what year this is because it's so small in the bottom. I'll take a look at it later. I don't even know if this man's in the league or around, but you know what? It's an auto, so we'll put it over there. Thomas Everett, Tyrone Hughes, Jeff Blake, Deshaun Foster, Ron Brown, Tommy Vardell, Kevin Mack, Joe Kelly. We got a Pat McNeil. Wow, that's an old card right there. What's that? That's a 1980 Topps. Bengals, Pat McNeil. And then a Brandon Pettigrew. Well, an equally wacky football box. And, hey, we got an auto. We got some lovely Sage rookies. So, yeah, we'll hang on to those. And then, hey, guess what? There's more Sage. Stick around, everybody. There's more Sage. I know you love to see it. I feel like this is the Sage is the official card of the pharmacy stores. Charles McClellan. See, these aren't even have the red on them, so these are even worse. Darnell Washington. There's another Brian Breesy. Oh, you got tons of that guy. Owen Papo. And then a next level Josh Downs. Okay, he's a player. He plays for the Indianapolis Colts. All right, we got of the Sage players, we got some guys that are actually on teams. So that's cool. Yeah, well, it's been a wacky time. Let's end it with some tops, too. This is something we know. I don't think I've gotten any of these in hanger boxes. It's probably about the only way I haven't got any of this stuff. And, yeah, this is just going to make me want more Topps Chrome. If you haven't seen, I've started to post my love affair with Topps Chrome. Check those out. Whoa, look out. We got a camera going down. Got to reach back underneath it. All right, we got a big old thick pack there. It looks like there's some stuff of color in the middle. I feel like I've seen some people open these and get some cool stuff in TikToks and shorts. So maybe we can be one of those people. We got a James Outman, Ezekiel Duran, Darren Baker. That's fun to see. Goes into the PC. Jose Soriano, Mitchell Massey, Paul Goldschmidt, Thomas Sagis. Shota Emongi is most honorable card. So honorable. Oh, the big dumper, Cal Riley. I like that. That's a good picture with the bat flip in there. Pretty timely. Man's hitting a bunch of home runs. Came out of nowhere. He's unstoppable. Max Scherzer, Zach Berzicki. Whoa, that's a hell of a name. Man, this cat is going with 2 vowels in that last name that are only sometimes vowels. I'm guessing these are the times. Tyler Anderson, Michael Walker, Victor Scott, Spencer Bivens, Wyatt Langford. Have you probably already fast-forwarded through this part? Alex Bregman, Jorge Polanco. Hey, leave a comment right now if you're enjoying the base. I like the base. I'm sorry. I'm a base fan. I'm going to always respect it enough to at least give it a little thumb through, even when getting a big box. But when I'm only getting a few boxes from Walgreens to satisfy my itch for a pack opening, I don't feel like it's necessary to do that whole thing. I'm going to move some of these ones from the back up to the front just to scoot through the rest of the base, even though you thought I was getting to the juicy middle. Parker Meadows, Gordon Gracefo, Ryan McMahon, Julian Aguiar, Frankie Montes, Juan Yepes. All right, now we're starting to get some stuff. What do we got in here? We're going to save that pink one for last. Yeah, you guys probably already know what that pink one's about, but I don't, so we'll pretend. Wyatt Langford, Jaron Duran, Garrett Cole, Ketel Marte. Oh, yes. His most honorable card. Rocky Sasaki. Rookie cards, summer superstars. That is a good one. And that's one of the reasons you come to the dance. And then this one is Alec Boehm. Ooh, don't like that one as much. Love these old throwback cards, but don't want them of Phillies and teams that are really terrible and I don't like. Now we've got some refractor action here. Look at these things. They look like they're scaly. Shane Baz. Logan Driscoll. Unfortunately, nothing too notable there between those two. Luis Araz on the shiny Chrome-tacular. Willie Anderson right here is doing a shiny thing. Then you got the Pittsburgh Pirates team card covering this pink Kirby Yates. Kirby Yates not numbered, so no numbered cards. We did get the Rocky Sasaki Summer Superstars. That's cool. And you know what? It kind of made this whole odd box opening pretty good. Got some fun cards in here. A few for the PC. Of course, we got honorable cards. Look how honorable they are. Are the Dodgers doing a thing where they're pretty much just going to be a team of all Asians now? Oh, no, that's a Cubs player. Sorry, my bad. But anyway, that's it. That was a wacky opening. That was a Walgreens stop for other stuff. Saw these and had to scratch that itch to open packs. Check out Court Cousins on eBay. Check out that store. It's a good time. Also, check out Court Cousins if you like the Orlando Magic and you want to listen to a solid podcast or watch one, because the one on YouTube is the one to see. We got visuals. It's kind of fun. That's it. Thanks for coming.